What a way to start off the 2018-19 season for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they beat the Montreal Canadiens 3-2 in overtime. Was it pretty? God, no. It was a terrible game from the Toronto Maple Leafs. But as I said at the end of the live stream, by the way, thank you guys so much, whoever came out to the live stream. I really do appreciate your guys' support, and it was a lot of fun talking to you guys throughout the game, watching the game, and it was stressful as all heck, but it was a lot of fun seeing the ending as it was. All right? Now, first game of the season with the new team, we really didn't know what to expect. We had a feeling of high-flying offense. You didn't really get as much as you thought today, I gotta say. And Montreal, as much as I hate Montreal because I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so I'm supposed to hate the Habs, and I do hate the Habs, they played pretty well. They were all over the Leafs in the first little bit of the first period, and Arturi Lehkonen on a wraparound kind of beat Freddie Anderson from a ridiculous angle. I think it hit Freddie's back and went in. It was just a greasy goal, but it went in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Habs. 3 minutes after that, the Leafs get the power play. You don't want to do that. And the Leafs can't really get anything going early on in that power play. With about 25 seconds left in the power play, however, Morgan Rielly to Austin Matthews to the top cheese corner of the net, picking the bread out of the breadbasket as, or no, that's not it. That's if the goalie makes a save. He fires a top cheese, and the Leafs tie the game at 1. Rielly and Nazem Kadri grab assists on the play, and just like that, the Leafs have tied the game at 1, where they shouldn't really be tied. They have. And then we go to the second period. Really, guys, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth throughout the entire second period until John Tavares gets a pass from Nazem Kadri, stops on a dime, loses his defender. He, flies all over the place. And Tavares walks in and snipes it home for his first as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Kadri, Travis Dermott grab assists, and you see the emotion in Tavares. You see the emotion of the crowd seeing John Tavares scoring, and the Leafs have the lead. It's 2-1. Problem. You got to find a way to close out a period, especially now that you've got the lead. 14 seconds left. On the power play, Max Domi with a beautiful feed in front to who? Andrew Shaw. And he buries it past Freddie Anderson. Ron Hainsey and Nikita Zaitsev both staring at the puck. Not on the puck carrier, staring at the puck. And Andrew Shaw is behind both of them. They get the pass through, and he rifles it home to tie the game at 2 with 14 seconds left in the second. Third period. It is all Montreal in that third. 15-7 in shots. The faceoffs were abysmal for the Leafs. They were terrible in that third period. But we go to overtime. And Montreal really can't get any zone time, anything really going. Mitch Marner, a couple great defensive plays there in overtime. And then Jake Gardiner starts the play, gives it to Patty Marleau, and then on a beautiful backhand saucer pass, may I add, from Patrick Marleau, Austin Matthews gets body position on his defenseman and makes sure to get it up. He makes sure to get it up on Carey Price, and it gets over his blocker and into the back of the net. Austin Matthews wants to hear it, everybody. The Leafs win in overtime, and Austin Matthews, guys, in first games of a season, because he's had 3. He's had 3 years in the league, 3 first games, 7 goals and 2 assists. Now, okay, let's take away that 4-goal game and not even forget that game, okay? That is still 3 goals and 2 assists in a matter of 2 games. Incredible for Austin Matthews as he continues to show us why he is so elite. But the Leafs weren't all that great today, and a story coming into this game, what were we going to get from Frederik Andersen in the month of October? Well, you know what? I don't blame him on the Shaw goal because no one's in front of him, and this guy's slopping the puck lower than the hash marks. That's a tough save. It's a knuckling puck, but that makes it even harder. And the first shot, that's just a tough bounce off your back. That's a tough one. Should he have had it? Yeah, probably. But that's that. 2 goals on 36 shots for Frederik Andersen, a .944 save percentage. And he was great. Third period, the Leafs needed him to be big. He was. You know, and I thought he was fantastic, Frederik Andersen was today. Matthews with 2 goals, Tavares with a goal, Kadri with 2 assists, Marleau with an assist, Riley with an assist, Dermott with an assist, and Jake Gardiner grabs an assist on the play as well. And like I said, guys, right off the top, the faceoffs were a really good, bad thing for the Leafs there in that third period. Put it into perspective, the Leafs were getting just destroyed in the faceoff. It was like 13-6 or 13-4 or something along those lines in that third period. Horrific. But the Leafs still won in faceoffs 58% to 41%, 37 to 26. Tells you right there how dominant this team was in the first 2 periods on the faceoff dot. But you got to play a full 60. Power plays, Leafs were 1 for 3. Obviously scored on their first and did not score on the other ones. They were out hit. And they were outshot 36 to 26. But like I said, this is not the type of game the Leafs are going to be playing all year long. So don't sit here and tell me, well, the Leafs barely beat the Habs. They're not going anywhere this year. They played 1 game. It's everybody's first game. Next up for the Buds, though, all right, they don't play till Saturday night before they take on the Ottawa Senators at home. So they have Montreal and Ottawa to start the year, both at home at the Air Canada Centre, 7 p.m. puck drop on Hockey Night in Canada. And you want to see a better performance there against the Sens. Now, you could argue and say that the Sens are a worse team than the Habs. If that's the case, you got to do your job. Now, just a heads up, guys, that video will be uploaded in a hotel. My softball team is in their final tournament of the season that weekend. So that video right there will be uploaded in the hotel. That'll be the only video I think we'll have to worry about that's in the hotel. And the Leafs play on the Sunday as well. So back-to-back, the Leafs play in Ottawa and then head to Chicago. So it's a really, really crazy stretch for this team. And then they go to Dallas, and then they go to Detroit, and then they go to Washington, and before they come home for LA. So, guys, the Leafs are away for quite a while to start this year after the game against Ottawa. Wow, Washington is beating Boston 7-0. Leaf fans, that is beautiful to see, but it's only game 1 of the season. It doesn't really matter. But what we got to say is, beautiful game. Well, okay, rewind that. Beautiful end to the game and 2 points. In the end, that's what matters. Getting the 2 points and moving on. Were the Leafs good? No. But you saw Matthews score 2, and you saw John Tavares score a goal. And Freddie Andersen was fantastic. So if you're trying to find positives, there you go. And Travis Dermott, guys, you remember that one defensive play he made in that third period against Max Domi, who pretty much looked like he had a clear breakaway. And then Dermott brings a stick down and hits the puck. And it kicks aside and goes to the corner. I mean, what a play by Travis Dermott. He continues to impress me. I keep thinking like he can't impress me any more than he already has, but he continues to do so. And the way I compare him, he's a smarter Jake Gardiner. He's got the speed and the little nice little skating moves that he's got. He's got a nice shot, like Jake Gardiner, but he is smarter defensively, and he is much, much better at that first pass out of the zone, the breakout pass. I love what I saw from Travis Dermott. Now, there were a few guys that had a little rough night. I thought Zaitsev had an all-right game. Just a couple mental breakdowns and the inability to get your feet moving throughout most of the game, really. But it's okay. Game 1 of 82 in the books, and you get 2 points. We're going to leave it there, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed the ending to this game today. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of the game. What do you think of Matthews? What do you think of Tavares? Who impressed you? Who did not? I loved Par Lindholm in this one. Laying the boom on some guy there in that third period as well. And Freddie Andersen, what do you think of his performance there tonight? All right, so Evan and I will talk to you guys, you know what? It'll be tomorrow. Podcast edition. Links in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys October the 10th, Raptors edition, as they take on the Brooklyn Nets in Montreal at the Bell Center for their preseason game. I know they have a game against Melbourne coming up soon. I don't know if I'll be able to do a video for that one. I'm not sure if I may even get a feed for. I don't know. I'll see what I can do when it comes to that, guys. But as a scheduled preseason game, the next epic one is against Brooklyn on October the 10th. All right. And as for the Leafs, like we said, they look to go 2-0 on the season after getting this tough, hard-fought win against the Montreal Canadiens tonight. They look to go 2-0 on Saturday night against the Ottawa Senators. Craig Anderson versus Freddie Anderson. 7 p.m. puck drop at Scotiabank Arena. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see a much better all-around game for this team on Saturday night and go 2-0. We'll talk to you guys then.